So I just got a rejection letter that kind of hurt my feelings. And I didn't want to talk about this tonight. I didn't want to record this tonight. I wanted to sit with it, gather my thoughts, and then make it tomorrow's video. But I think it's okay. Like, I think it's okay to process things as we're experiencing them. And I'm the type of person, like, I don't keep things in my body. I was just talking to somebody about it, like, last night. I don't keep things in my body. You have to let it out. If you have to cry it out, if you have to scream it out, if you have to rant, if you have to vent, if you have to go for a run, for a walk, dance, shake, what you got to do, like, get it out of your body. Process it however you need to process. And so I already processed. I've done like a deep debrief about kind of like what direction I want to go in, what all of this means to me, and a lot came up for me. But let's get into it. So I applied for a material needs grant offered by a local gallery, and I pitched them my Traces of a Year project, the project where I'm taking a photo a day all 2026 and on my Fujifilm camera. That's a project I pitched them, like, please help support, get me gear. Film is like the big expense here, maybe a second camera, maybe a printer and printing paper, albums, like materials that I would need to carry out this project, right? And I didn't get it. And it's very interesting because I've been getting rejection letters. Again, like, with me doing these monthly, when I apply for and updates on stuff, you will see. Like, I don't get everything that I apply for. But this one hit different. And I'm realizing that it was a validation thing in there. It was definitely like a proving myself thing in there. This is the gallery that gave me my first opportunity. This is the gallery that gave me my first door into the art world. I was in business school. I had no business hanging out in art galleries, but I was always there. And so this is the gallery that got me my foot in the door. And a part of me always said, anytime I'm doing anything at all, it has to go through them. It has to be through them. It's like the version of myself from 2017 was like, I have to do things here. This has to be the place. And, you know, I'm realizing that, like, I have put myself in a box in a way. And I almost feel like I'm indebted to them in a way. And that limits me a lot. And there's like a hurt wound there of like rejection and the need for validation. It's a lot. It's a lot. I took some notes, but I forgot. They're not coming to mind right now, girl. And I'm sick. Just let me vent. That part of me, my 20-year-old self, 20-year-old self, who was like, in the future, I have to show my work in this gallery because they're the one that gave me my first opportunity. Like, sometimes, I don't know how you've experienced this, but sometimes we can kind of feel indebted to the people in the spaces who vouch for us, who spoke up for us. But what if that person was literally, you know, like a destiny helper? That space was just a destiny helper for you, just to get you in the space, just to get your foot in the door, just to be part of your legacy, but not like your anchor, not something that holds you down, you know? And that's been my relationship with that space. I mean, I talk about that all the time, right? Like, this is a gallery that gave me my first opportunity. So my first pieces were shown in that gallery. And my life has spiraled. I've now gotten grants to carry out public art projects. I've had my work in museums. Grants, museums. I was gonna say something else. I work in a museum. Like, it has informed a lot for me. And I still have a really good relationship with them as well. Like, it's even developing into like a strategic relationship of like helping them with like strategy behind the scenes. And so it's weird. You can see how this is weird, right? And so I'm trying not to take it personal. And I'm trying to just understand that some of the things that I want to do, some of the projects that I want to do are out of their scope, and that's okay. Like, you're trying to be a square peg in a round hole, when it's like, that's not for you, girl. So do I keep trying to prove myself to them and seek validation for the things that I'm doing when it's literally out of the scope? It's like I'm doing things that they aren't used to. I'm doing things that I'm not used to. I'm doing things that, like, who knows what gallery spaces are used to that. But I can't keep forcing this here, you know? I can't keep being rejected here. I can't keep thinking small and limiting myself by only thinking that this is the only way. And so this brought on a lot of clarity for me because, again, I definitely had them in my mind as like, only this, only here. I owe something to them. I want to prove myself to them and things. But it doesn't have to be that way. And so once I got over that, I became more open-minded in the way of like, I thought of a couple things. Funding this project and exhibiting this project. Firstly, funding this project, I am 100,000% open to funding it myself. Again, I would have appreciated to have gotten a material grant to cover the needs of like buying printing paper, buying exposures for my camera, buying a second camera, buying da-da-da. But I'm happy to cover that. And then the exhibiting part, that's something that I have to figure out later on that I don't have to figure out right now, right? See the project through all the way. That's something I'm committed to. Like I'm not stopping this just because I didn't get that grant, you know? I'm committed to it to the end. And then after that, when I'm done, I can propose it to other spaces, to other galleries that feel more aligned to me. And even if it's not next year, the year after that, it doesn't have to be in a rush, right? Like the beauty of it is that like I did a thing. I took a picture every single day of my life for an entire year. I'm taking between 365 to 700 plus pictures. They're going to be cataloged, organized. And if I'm showing it in an exhibition in Boston in 2027, or Puerto Rico in 2028, or Paris in 2032, like, I'm just going to have to let it be what it is. I think I was very close-minded. Like, I put myself in a container, and I'm like, how would I feel limited here? But, like, I put myself in the container here because, yeah, I wasn't allowing myself to think a little bit outside of the box. And it wasn't until I got that rejection that I was like, oh, I could pitch it to a gallery in Cambridge. Like, they're a smaller space, they're more progressive. They would be open to something like this. But, like, literally, I have two projects that I'm like, this gallery, it has to be through them. They gave me my first opportunity. It has to be through them. And it's like, girl, it ain't finna be, and that's okay. So funding, I have to get creative about alternative funding sources. I'm not going to apply too much pressure on that. I think I'm going to try to pitch it to 1 to 3 more people throughout this year. 1 to 3. Finding other creative ways to make money, to get materials to carry out this project. And if not, girl, it's $150 a month. Take it out of your paycheck. Like, it's not that deep. Again, my belief is if you're already doing something and there are opportunities for other people to support you, take on those opportunities. You know what I mean? Like, if any way that you can cut back costs, do that. But it's not desperate enough that, like, I need money to come from other people to carry this project out. Thankfully, thank you, Jesus. You know, doing the math, I would need $1,500 to carry out this project. I pitched them, I believe, $1,800 to $2,000, something like that. But realistically, I need like $1,300, which is like $150 a month, which I got. I don't have to beg nobody for the money. I got it. I can carry that out. I can see this through. But if there are organizations, cultural spaces, centers, blah, 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 who are giving out money for artists to make stuff, tap in and get your coin. That's my only philosophy. But do not allow your commitment to carrying out a project that you want to do to be anchored in whether or not somebody else is going to fund it. Do you believe in what you're doing? Do you believe in what you're doing? Okay, cool. Figure out a way to do it. If that means selling prints, If that means applying for microgrants, if that means starting a GoFundMe, figure out how to fund it. So one, funding. I'm going to pitch some people, some local camera stores. I caught Fujifilm's attention. Did I tell you guys that? When I posted about January, they commented, they were like, keep tagging us. We want to see. And I see that they're working with creators. So I'm going to pitch the project to them. Like, again, hey, I'm doing this thing. They love to send free stuff. They love to send the people free stuff. So either it's a cute little partnership I got going on with Fujifilm, or you're just like, yeah, girl, we're happy to send you 2 packs of film, which whatever it is, I'll take it, okay? So that, pitching it to local camera stores. Again, I'm leaving myself to, let's say 5 opportunities this one a month. No, 3 to 5 opportunities this month. I'm only gonna pitch it 5 times this month. If all of these are no, drop everything, fund it myself, see it through to December 31st. January 1st, 2027, we're trying to figure out a way into part 2, exhibition. Where am I gonna exhibit this work? Again, I have a gallery in Boston in mind. They have rolling exhibition proposal applications open. Whatever month I would pitch it for fall of 2027. And just give myself the time to get the show together. Pitch it to different spaces. That's it, that's all. Just pitch it to different spaces. We said funding, we said exhibiting. What else? Yeah, that's what I have in mind. That's what I have in mind right now. Another aspect of this is to overcome the validation thing, to overcome the proving myself thing. I'm gonna be setting some boundaries with that gallery as well. And again, this is nothing that they've done, right? This is like an internal thing with me thing, which I might dive deeper in a future video. Just not right now. Rejection from that gallery specifically is a trigger for me. I got rejected from 3 grants so far this year. I said, okay, cute, bye. This one hit. Why does it hit? Why do I feel a certain way about it? Why is it personal, right? So there's a lot of background story there. And so I have to do something about it. What am I doing about it? I'm setting some boundaries. So for example, I will only be submitting my work to non-jury shows. Getting rejected from them specifically triggers me. So if I'm going to work with them in any way, being that I am a member, I'm going to be a member for the next 3 years. I'm only submitting my work to non-jury shows. So these are member shows that literally, hey, here's an open call. We're doing a show about flowers. Send in something that has flowers in it. If I have the capacity for it, wonderful. If it's like a running by them for them to either approve or deny, you will not find me in there, right? I will show up for the things. I will show up for the events. I love to support. I love an opening reception. I love a kiki. I love a little glass of Prosecco in my hand. I need to sneeze. I guess I don't need to sneeze. Girl, I have enough going on right now. Don't do me. I will submit my work for non-jury shows. I will attend the events and be supportive in any way that I can. I will help strategically. Reach out to me. Call me anytime, Lynn. We need help with XYZ. Lynn is there. Happy to be a strategic partner in that sense. But that's it. I won't be submitting anything to them that has to do with proposing something because it is a trigger for me right now. Again, as I'm uncovering the why behind it, I need to set these boundaries for now. Again, boundaries are for you. What are you willing and not willing to do? I can't be over there down to the place talking cash crazy to the people. And also, I don't want to resent them. I don't want to resent them. And I did. I resented them for a long time, for many years. I didn't share it, but they rejected me for an opportunity in 2020. Which is why I went on to not engage with them for 5 years. That hurt me. And so I'm realizing that I'm over that rejection wound. I'm not over that rejection wound. It's something that's still there, that I need to process. And so in the meantime, while I'm processing it, I got therapy next week. I'm gonna bring it to therapy. So as I'm processing it, limiting it for now, and then maybe like December or sometime next year, or maybe November, maybe July, I'm over it. And there's something, and I want to pitch it for a jury thing, and I'm over the thing. But right now, I'm not over the thing, and so how do I give myself a buffer, a little, just pillows everywhere, just pillows and pillows everywhere, to protect myself emotionally, as I'm like figuring out my relationship with them, right? Like, I haven't engaged with them in 5 years, and the relationship was rekindled literally by the grant that I got last year. They have a partnership with them, and as an artist who got the grant, I get membership for the next 3 years. So that was like my window or my door back into their room. And so I'm allowed to take my time to figure out what this relationship means to me, how I engage with them, and I have to be very mindful that the path that I'm on is different. I'm just different. I'm built different. I'm built to last. Shout out to that creator on TikTok. I'm built different. And talent is not enough. Shout out to her again. I don't know her name. Her name is like coming up top of my head right now. And talent is not enough. And so they're a very specific place. They do things a very specific way. And I'm very outside the box. And so I need to align myself with organizations and spaces and people and cultural centers and leaders and curators who are a bit more progressive, who would welcome this type of work. You know, they're a bit more traditional. Give us a painting, give us something framed, give us something that can be hung. But Lynn don't do traditional. Lynn is on the other side of the box. So I have to fully, it's me or you. This is a situation where I have to choose me or them, and I want to choose me. I want to bet on me. I'm not going to shrink myself to fit into this space. I'm going to be big shoulder, big mama, no kids, you know? And so, yeah, initial thoughts right now. I'm kind of drowsy from all these meds I've been taking for this cold. Let's check in tomorrow with more clarity. That's it for now, okay? Love y'all. Rejection is redirection. It has nothing to do with you. You're just being redirected into something that is better for you, something that is more aligned. Rejection is redirection. Your ideas are amazing. You're doing great things. You're just pitching them to the wrong people, okay?